for the Cowboys in the first of 5 straight games against divisional opponents to close the season. Week 14 is headed your way on EA Sports.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys
and the Washington football team. Dante Pettis now from his in.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
A look at the numbers for Harrison last week's game. He hit pay dirt so many times we've almost lost track. Every time we turned around, he was in the end zone.
And those weren't all just 1-yard plunges either, partner. I mean, he ripped up a few long jaunts as well.
Stopped short, down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Harris is in. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, that's a solid opening drive, and nothing fancy there at the end, just pounded in.
That felt like old school football, didn't it? All right, down at the goal line, and not only were they able to punch it in, as you just emphasized, they did it against a...
And it'll be intercepted.
Able to get there and pick it.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Pettis now from his end zone. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. First carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now Fitzpatrick. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allow the completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like he can do no wrong. You want to really get after his timing a little bit, knock a few balls away, and make things uncomfortable for him. Because if he feels relaxed, you are in for a tough afternoon.
Fighting through it, he's got space. Touchdown, Washington. Dante Pettis, his 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come.
Gostkowski the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. On play action, Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down per minute and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Play action now, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Prescott off play action. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Again, it's Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was the rookie, Najee Harris, who finished it off with a touchdown run. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. There's Dante Pettis as his guys head back out onto the field. Creeping up on 1,000. Could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage the quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You got an opportunity to catch passes now, too.
Yeah, a little bit of a cat and mouse game. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage. Fitzpatrick. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Off the play fake, Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and Washington will take control of the football in great field position. This is caught, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Last week, what a game. He was knocking on the door for 200.
And one of the things I saw come out of last week's game in his post-game press conference, he gave a lot of credit to the offensive line, as you might expect. He also talked about the wide receivers blocking on the perimeter because no big game happens unless wide receivers block.
And watching film you showed me, he also made people miss. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
From the 8, it's 3rd and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Interesting, a chip shot field goal here would give them the lead, but instead, they're going on 4th down. They run for it with Harris. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And Washington will have it on a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Fitzpatrick to throw it. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And Fitzpatrick's throw complete there to Thomas.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. This might be a free play here for Fitzpatrick. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. To throw, Fitzpatrick. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Again, it's Fitzpatrick. This is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Najee Harris on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick? Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. He gets it to Thomas. And some room to roam now. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Gibson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 2nd and goal, Fitzpatrick looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore. Or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to go down in the field of play. So they say no to the field goal try. And now time has run out on this first half. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour. And I look over, and this guy, stone face, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain